everyone, and welcome to Aberdeen Airport. Located about 5.8 miles from Aberdeen city centre, this airport is a base for Eastern Airways and Logan Air. But today I'll be travelling with Aer Lingus to Dublin. I checked in online and was only travelling with a backpack, so I headed to security once I got inside. Aberdeen Airport isn't very large, but there's a few restaurants and shops once you pass through security. There's also 2 lounges, but since I was flying economy today, I didn't have access. I really wasn't bothered though because there was plenty of seating throughout the airport. Aberdeen Airport provides connectivity throughout the UK, but a number of international carriers aside from Aer Lingus have services here. You can catch flights with KLM and SAS, and I also spotted a Widerøe-8 which was making its way to Stavanger in Norway. There's also a number of seasonal flights with TUI to holiday destinations across Europe. But as I mentioned before, I'll be leaving Scotland today for a weekend trip to Ireland with Aer Lingus. Boarding began not long after I cleared security, and once my group was called, I was able to walk out to the ATR 72-600 that I'd be flying on today. This flight will be operated by Emerald Airlines, who currently have 16 ATR 72-600s. This particular aircraft is 10 years old and is named St. Ethna. There's a total of 76 seats on this plane in a 2-2 layout, and I'll be sitting in 8F. First impression, this cabin is no frills. There's no seat back storage pocket, and there was a bar between my feet, so I had to store my bag in the overhead bin, although the person sitting next to me didn't have this issue. But the bins were pretty small, so many people were forced to check their bags at the gate. The legroom was a little tight, but the tray table was pretty large. The menu, safety card, and sickness bag were all stored here behind the tray table. There were overhead air vents and reading lights though, which was nice to see. Overall, not the most exciting cabin, but it'll get the job done. We pushed back 15 minutes late and made our way out to the runway.
Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you, bearing in mind that nearest
In addition to playing host to the regular commercial airlines, Aberdeen Airport is also a major heliport for the offshore North Sea oil and gas industry, and it was cool to see helicopters coming and going as we were taxiing to the runway. This flight was scheduled to be about an hour and 10 minutes long, and saw us fly down through Scotland, across the Irish Sea, and finally land in Dublin. Once we reached cruising altitude, the crew began the in-flight service. There were no complimentary snacks or drinks, but you could order off the in-flight menu. There was a wide range of items for sale, but I ate before the flight, so I didn't buy anything. In terms of in-flight entertainment, there was no Wi-Fi or seatback TV screens, so you might want to download some TV shows on your phone if you fly on this plane. But I just enjoyed the views out of the window and tried to get comfortable. Unfortunately, the seats weren't all that comfy and reminded me of the ones on Spirit Airlines. They're basically just hard plastic shells that don't recline. But again, this was a relatively short flight, so I didn't mind. Emerald Airlines is an Irish regional airline headquartered in Dublin, and they took over the Aer Lingus Regional franchise back in August of 2021. They've been operating short flights on behalf of Aer Lingus primarily from Ireland to the United Kingdom, France, and the Channel Islands. They've also been flying from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Before Emerald Airlines, these flights were handled by the now bankrupt Stobart Air, and briefly Aer Lingus. This plane used to actually be part of the Stobart Air fleet. Before I knew it, we were crossing into Ireland and getting ready to land in Dublin.
We'll be starting our descent into Dublin very shortly. Expect to have you on the ground on time at 10 minutes to the hour. On behalf of the crew and myself, I would like to thank you for choosing Aer Lingus Regional.
This was definitely a no-frills experience, but the crew was nice and it got me to where I needed to go. This flight cost me around $50, and for a price like that, I really can't complain about the limited legroom or having a seat that doesn't recline. This service also offers travelers a convenient way to connect with Aer Lingus' transatlantic flights to the US. In fact, Dublin Airport has US immigration pre-clearance, so you can skip the immigration queues once you land in America. I think I'll definitely try to take advantage of this next time I fly between Aberdeen and New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire crew, you're all very welcome to Dublin Airport Terminal 2.
We parked at a remote gate, which meant that we needed to take a bus to the terminal. It didn't take that long though, and soon enough I was through immigration and on my way to do some sightseeing in the city. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.